What's up, guys? This is Hetzmania. I'm coming to you with another deck profile because it is Monday, and I'm really excited about these because they did just recently get some more hype, but I wanted to build a more the more classic build for Yosenju's and just really build on top of that. So I do have a couple of my own techs in here, so I'll explain those as I go, and yeah, so let's just get into it. First one, obviously, is Yosenju, comma 1, and then comma 2, comma 3, blah, 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 and then you have Sujik, so you have power, those are the basic Yosenju decks, that's the basic Yosenju deck. Um, if you don't know what each one does, Yosenju, comma 1 returns one face-up card your opponent controls to the hand, comma 2 allows you to attack directly with him, but damage is halved, and comma 3 he searches. And essentially these guys, this deck is pretty much all normal summoning with the exception of the extra deck down here. So Vanities doesn't hurt this deck. This deck doesn't really care what's in the graveyard because there's no way of getting things out. So yeah, it's not really a big deal. And then moving on, my tech is Speedroid Menko. The Japanese name is Menkoto, but Menko. When an opponent's monster clears a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to defense position. This is a very good card in the fact that it prevents OTKs. If you saw my why I love this card from this past weekend, I stated that this card is actually pretty good for Yosenju's just because they clear themselves from the field at the end of the turn. Menko becomes live very easily, so why not have him? Also, Fossil Dyna I'm not even going to pronounce that. Fossil Dyna. This deck primarily normal summons. You don't really special summon unless you're in really, really deep trouble and you really need to make a play with a rank 4. So Fossil Dyna is a very, very good card for this deck, so why not throw him in? Thunder King Ryo. Of course, you don't the only searching that you do is through comma 3, excuse me, and through Tanky and the Commandant here, but it's not really a big deal. You don't really care about that because it just doesn't matter. It's just a stall card, essentially. Next one, Gravekeeper's Commandant. It's just here so you can search. That's pretty much it. You don't need to summon it. You just need to digit for Necro Valley. Moving on for the draw power, Pot of Duality. And this card is pretty awesome just because you only normal summon, so the special summoning thing doesn't really hurt you. Tenki searches, so that's always useful. Dark Hole, and Raigeki, your field is pretty much wiped at the beginning of your turn with the exception of these five right here, not this one, not Commandant, these 5 right here, and it's not really a big deal if these guys go away for you as long as you clear the board, and then Raigeki as well, just in case you don't want these to go. Next is Necro Valley. This doesn't really hurt this deck at all. It just prevents cards in either player's graveyard from being removed from play, so that's awesome. And then they can't be affected by card effects, so that really hurts the meta at the moment, mainly because Nekroz falls to this card, Burning Abyss gets hurt by this card, not terribly bad, but it's still evident, they can still start getting plays off, but it's not, they don't like to see this, they don't like to deal with it. Shadals don't like this card, so it's, yeah. Ritual Beasts, I think they can banish from grave, I'm not entirely certain, but if they do, it hurts them, so yeah. I also play 2 MST, back row defense is important. I play 3 Mirror Force and 2 D Prison just because it's good defense. You need to protect your field when you don't have monsters on the field, so that's always good. 1 Trap Trick Strap Hole Nightmare just because it's a good card. 1 Macro Cosmos, 1 Bottomless, 1 Solemn, 1 Vanities, 1 Torrential, and 1 Wiretap just in case your opponent wants to just prevent you from summoning anything. So Wiretap is always good. For the extra deck, 1 Lightning Chidori. You really don't have to play this card. A lot of people think oh, this is a staple in the deck just because it's a wind level 4 deck. You don't necessarily need it because this deck doesn't heavily rely on rank 4s. During testing, I think I may have gone into Chidori once. It's not that big of a deal to have. It is extremely useful, but it's not absolutely necessary to actually play the game with this deck. Same thing with Tiger King, not a big deal. But yeah. Next is Honor Arc, Exciton, Steelswarm Roach, Emerald, Karen Gorgon, could not pronounce his name for a second. 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Castell, 1 Diamond Crab King, 1 Rhapsody Berserk, 1 Ragna Zero, 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Cowboy, and 1 Heartland Draco. For the side, I play 1 Deco Seka. Well, like I say side in the fact that like these are cards that you could play with this deck. Denko Seka is actually pretty good. It's a good anti-meta card. At most, I would play 1 on the side just because you do play a good amount of back row. Um, but it's if you just need to stall and you don't really care that you don't have back row, like if you have, for example, Falsadina and not Falsadina, Menko in your hand, and you don't care that Menko and Dingo are here. What did I just do? uh, Chidori just got deleted. Whoops. But it's yeah, it's not that big of a deal for the deck to have. It's actually quite decent. It really hurts the teller, so it's a okay side card. Also, Dogoran, the Mad Flame Kaiju. This deck has been Yosenju's have been getting a lot of hype recently, mainly because people have been slashing it with the Kaiju engine, and that is and I call it an engine just because there's only 3 cards out for the archetype as of right now. So um, it works very very well, just simply because like the combo itself works well. Getting the combo to go off is the difficult part, just because other than the fact that they work well together on the field, there is really no connectivity between the 2 archetypes. Essentially, you really just need to open up with Kama 1 and Dogoran, or the Sticky String, whatever the hell spider it is. So yeah, you have to open up one of those, and then you just keep bouncing it back with Kama 1s. You really need a couple Kama 1s to really make a difference. So um, yeah, so Dogoran it's a okay combo. Like you could put 1 into your side, but I wouldn't recommend it just because it's not the best combo, and it becomes like Dogoran becomes a dead card unless you have comma 1. So that's just the big thing. So thank you guys for watching this deck profile. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, have a nice day.